Hello, everyone. It's your realtor, Katie, also known as your realtor for life. So, today we're doing episode 5 of the series regarding Big Dreams Smart Loans. So, we've gone through the difference between being pre-qualified, pre-approved. We've gone through why you need to do that. We've gone through the types of mortgages, perils of not being prepared, knowing what you can and cannot control. So right now, we're on to next steps. So we're there. We're finally there. So number 1, get your finances in shape. Okay, so review your credit, your savings, your debt to understand where you stand. And so what you want to do at that point, in my opinion, is find a realtor, someone that you trust, who can go over that with you. Because if it's a realtor who's done this many, many times, they can kind of pinpoint your pain spots. And so those are the spots that you would need to address before you go to the next step. So once those are addressed, and sometimes we use, this second step goes hand in hand with the first, because a realtor who's been in business for a while, an experienced realtor has, somewhere between 1 and 4 great mortgage lenders. Now you may say, why 1 to 4? Aren't they all good? Well, they're all good. And if you're a good realtor, you make sure they're all good. However, different realtors have different strengths. They may work for a bank that is best for VA loans, or they may be dynamite with down payment assistance program, or they may be good with investors. So that's why, me personally, I have 4, and I really kind of work with my client to decide which lender would work best for them. So then, like I said, step number 2 is then we're going to sit and we're going to talk to a qualified mortgage professional about the loan options and getting pre-approved. The best way is sitting down together with them. And I understand, in today's world of technology, that's not always the most convenient, so we can do it by Zoom. But it's always better to sit down with us so we can go over things. You can ask whatever questions. We can explain the steps so we can get all those initial and basic questions answered right up front. Step number 3, once we know that you are pre-approved and what you're pre-approved for, what that looks like in an estimated payment, how much closing costs, down payment, if you need down payment assistance, once we have all that, step number 3 is when we start shopping. Now, it's the fun part, but it can be stressful because it's like there's so much out there. And we start with what you really like, and sometimes we have to drill down and say, okay, well, this, to really get that, is a little bit out of your price point, but can we make this work? So this is where I can help you most, because I have worked in so many different areas of Southern California that I know where good deals are. I know what builders are offering the best incentives. So this is where I really start working. I'll show you homes that check off the boxes that you said you want and that are in your price range. Number 4, we have found a home and your offer is accepted. Now, there's a whole lot to go on with that, so it's not as simple as it sounds, because there's a lot of negotiating between myself and the seller's agent. So, but your loan application is going to be reviewed by the lender's underwriter. We're going to drill down and tighten up that estimate for your closing costs, which will include, any down payment, any fees that arise, you paying my broker for my fee, me negotiating with the seller to see if they will pay me, and to see what other incentives they will offer you as a buyer. So all of that is happening there. So even though I said number 4 and it sounds like it's pretty simple, it's really not. But that's where the meat and potatoes of my job come in. Step 5, we're working throughout the whole process to make sure all your documents are in order, to make sure you're getting the best deal for you, something that is best for you, from offer to negotiation all the way to closing. And then after that is when you get your keys. Do I got keys? I don't have keys, right? It's when you get your keys and you're a homeowner. So again, that's kind of simplifying those 5 steps. And once we sit down and have a consultation, we'll go through that a little bit more, and you'll see there's a lot more to it. But basically, those are the next steps. So at this point, now you know about loans. So if you want to learn more, let's chat. I'm always here to offer you clear, concise, and honest That's the most important part. Honest, asking to my clients. I am known for keeping it real. That's one thing they'll always tell you. So honest and concise information that you can trust every step of the way. I enjoy what I do. I have been in real estate for, maybe like over 20 years because, over 20, 25 years because I've worked in the accounting department, working, supervising underwriters. I've been a mortgage broker and then a realtor. So a long time. So I am here to help you and help you move along every step of the way. I'm your realtor, Katie, also known as your realtor for life. Message me, hit me up if you want any other information, if you want to sit down and chat. I advise that if you think that you'll be ready to purchase a home in the next 12 months, this is when we talk, because we don't know what preparation you need. You may need none, or you may need starting from like number one, okay, and putting money in order, credit in order, and we can help you with that. But you need to get with me, okay? It's your realtor, Katie. Have a wonderful day. Peace.